show you the Ghost Recon Wildlands closed beta, and you can play this beta in both single player and online cooperative, and that's actually a very good thing because I've barely ever played a beta that has an online cooperative ready to go. So at this point I've just literally carried out the first two tasks, and I managed to jack a chopper to get here, so I'm actually going to use that. I've unlocked the first sniper rifle, and let's go and have some fun.
I've got Pacatory on the line. Sounds like he needs our help.
Put him through.
Hola, compadre.
Ooh,
I
we have a mission.
problem in Itaqua, and Bowman says you may be able to help. My people need help. There have been many losses to the cartel, and the horrors inflicted by Yuri Polito have broken their spirit. The fires of revolution have almost gone out.
Spare me the rhetoric, Atari.
Okay, so there's a tag map. We can actually get a couple of things. So I began basically somewhere around here, and there's a lot of things you can do. So for example, there's some major intel right there. Same here. There's some missions, some collectibles, some save houses, stuff like that. Like for example, right here, side mission 5,000 medication. You can tag supplies for the resistance. You're aiding the resistance. I won't spoil too much about the about the story. I'll leave that for what it is for now, especially since it's a beta. But you can tag supplies for resistance, and you can send it to them, and that will actually help you get a certain category of points that will help you level up certain skills. So we'll get to that in a bit.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a cartel supply convoy passing through the province soon.
Okay, now this probably looks a lot easier than it actually is. I can tell you, this is really freaking hard. This is not as easy as it looks. This is something that you would need to master.
The more he depends on us to get shit done, the more we can get out of him in return.
Okay, so I noticed that there was the truck here, and we have just... I'm guessing it's somewhere over there. So this is a very interactive, well, it's very large world. So, for example, this is just one of 21 regions, and they've been working on this game for over 4 years, and the regions are really massive. So this is not a game that you want to play hastily, because, well, basically you will miss things. Because you can see someone that's just been killed.
Body and a bunch of crying civilians.
Looks like the cartel's been out making friends.
I think they saw you. Be careful, man.
Unidad bird approaching. Stay down.
So I've just upgraded the binoculars, and I should be able to, there we go. So it doesn't actually mark as easy as I hope it would, because it did in one of the previous tasks. But that might just be because these guys are civilians. So it might auto-recognize what not to mark.
We're cool. We're cool.
So you can see there's something mysterious up at 500 yards. I had that on attack map, it just shows it on the HUD. So I definitely know something's up here, but for some reason I can't find the enemies that I noticed on the minimap. So let's have a look. I parked the chopper away a bit. Oh, that's basically because I'm looking in the wrong direction. There we go. So, as per usual with a Ghost Recon game, you can give your squad orders. So, for example, you can tell them to regroup. You just basically steer the joystick in the direction of the order that you want to give.
I got eyes on the sniper.
There we go. That's one sniper.
Tango marked. He's a little close to civilians.
Alright. So I can actually beacon one, like that. So you can see him more easily. So for now, let's leave that for what it is, and I will grab myself a sniper rifle. It doesn't seem to be able to hold breath.
That's a kill.
But the one over there is... There's two guys in there. And they can actually spot you from a distance. So there's something to be wary of.
We're good, we're good.
As you can see, I have a ghillie suit, but that is just basically appearance. You can change your appearance at any given time.
Yo,
It's just that as soon as you have sculpted the character's body, you cannot change that. So let's have a look. Now here's the fun part.
Drone is airborne.
The drone. You can actually recon a specific area. It has a limited battery, so that's the new limit on drones. But you know, that's not a bad thing because it actually makes it a bit harder. So we've killed the top level sniper, but there's another one up there. So let's just take that back. There we go. And as we can see, there's a sniper there, but we can't actually see him because there's a wall in between. So I'm gonna wait for him to walk back up in a bit, and I'm gonna shoot him right through. Oh, that makes it a lot harder.
He's history.
Yeah, I did not make it easier for myself there.
Oh, here we go. Big Zenith.
So right now I'm going to give the order to fire. I should have done that earlier, but
Damn, that guy's dead.
I'm bold. So, you know. I'm gonna switch to my machine gun. There we go. Okay, so that's a couple of guys down. You can actually collect weapons because enemies drop weapons, and when you've picked them up once, you can always select them in the weapon crates for your loadout. So that's actually a pretty cool thing.
Bucket sniper's got a 0.
There we go.
Target down. Guide a checkpoint. No, take.
Oh, he's in the back. Oh, oh, that was not my smartest move yet. However, if you're down in single player, your AI teammates, your AI can actually revive you. It's only once per fight, but still, it should be enough because how easily do you get shot down up front. So there we go. There's a bleed out timer though, so just don't rush into anything huge and expect to live when you get down. Oh, the reinforcements coming. This must be a checkpoint of some kind.
Looks like more Sicarios want to get some. Taking fire from the check. Put him in a body bag.
There's actually a proper reload timer on this bolt action rifle.
He's down.
I'm actually loving this game so far. It's I read a lot about this game because I was extremely excited in the beginning. I'll be honest, I'm a bit of a fanboy ever since Future Soldier was released, and that is not too good a thing for you know, first impressions. But then I read a lot about the game and how negative it was supposed to be and things like that, and I get really like, you know, I get like, why would I buy this game? So basically, I was sent an invite because I registered for the beta just a long time ago, and I figured, like, you know, just I can play that and see what happens. So right now, as of yet, I am really loving this game. I really am. It's amazing. It's a bit sluggish on how you can actually, you know, the controls. I mean, I have felt more slick controls, but I've definitely had worse. So as you can see, did some kind of encounter. I did not know what I was doing, and I was revived once, and the second time I'm killed in action. So that can actually happen. There's also weapons cases, like you can see in the bottom of the screen, and you see them on the minimap. You usually find them when you pass near them, and they unlock a specific kind of weapon. And in my case, it unlocked the sniper that I was just using. So that's actually a very nice thing. And it appears there are 90 hints. Oh, good luck browsing through them. Okay. Now let's see, I am close enough. I did leave my chopper out here somewhere. I'm actually hoping I can still find it back. I mean, it's my chopper. Let's go have a look. Actually, I want to fly again. I love flying. A soft spot for flying vehicles. Always had. So as I was playing Battlefield, I would just get into a jet or a chopper or something like that. Alright, so as far as I can tell, chopper's gone. But that's alright, because I can see a vehicle over there. I'm just gonna take the car. There's also a weapons cache. I'm full on ammo. So this is made for me. Here we go. SUV. I'm just gonna start driving. You guys are gonna spawn in a car anyway. So who gives a crap. So there's a lot of different vehicles. There's cars, 4x4s, SUVs, station wagons, bikes, choppers, and I wouldn't be surprised if later on there will be even more. There's trucks. You can actually just drive through the field. I'm gonna drive through it. I don't give a crap. Let's go. There we go. This is actually a bike trail, but I'm gonna go on with the SUV. Who gives a shit? We should pick a target though. I'm not gonna do the same thing again because I've learned that's a pretty stupid thing to do. So I have an unknown location right here. So let's have a look at that. Yeah. I know I'm using this as a all-terrain car, but you know, who gives a shit? It's a video game. There we go. Oh! I'm actually surprised it hasn't blown up, or it hasn't blown up yet, or it's just caught on fire. So this is one decent made car. I mean, seriously, I should be using the roads, obviously, but you know, it's So you can actually order a sold from your vehicle when you're driving, and they'll happen like this, and they'll stop the assault. You can actually do that yourself when you're a passenger, so that's actually a pretty cool thing. So right now I'm getting closer. Oh yeah, there's one thing: if you do not stand pretty much still, there's a large chance you would just drop out and roll. This will take quite a long time, so if you're going to combat zone, you will definitely to make sure that you do not drive in there and expect to be able to fire your weapon in one go. Okay, that's the same tower I was looking at earlier, and we need to be up there. Controls the road to Itahaqua. That's Spanish, not my strong suit. Okay, so we've located, we found a location. There is actually a chopper right there, and I want to go get it, but first, since it's on the way, let's go over there and see what's that all about. It's a few hundred yards to walk, and it's not the most interesting thing, but I can tell you, just following the roads is not that exciting. So I'm actually glad we can see some of the in-game world right now. As you see, there's a lot of rocks. It's supposed to be in Bolivia, for those of you who don't know. So that's with all the freaking mountains.
The hell happened here?
GPS says the place is named Yopil.
I don't see any signs of fighting. It's just a ghost town.
I suppose either the cartel or the dogs chased everybody off.
Oh, there we go. Here's some intel. Let's have a look. So you may have noticed that at certain points there's cross or climb, and that's because it's a very versatile environment. So whenever you get to a table, you can just cross it. There we go. Here we go. So pushing your left stick makes you run, and as you can see, it's really dark right now. So let's just look and see what happens when we go out into the dark. It does provide a lot of cover, but there's one downside that I've learned very quickly when I was first sniping in different games, is that when it's dark as shit, you can just stumble upon an enemy camp and you could get fucked over like big time. So let's just be careful. Look out for fires. There we go. See, there's a... No idea if that's an enemy. Yeah, that's definitely an enemy. So I'm glad I've evaded that.
Careful, they're onto you.
Okay, so I'm guessing this is all enemy traffic right now. So I'm just gonna sneak my way through. There is a lot of empty space in this game. At least in this particular region. I mean, that is definitely one downside to this game. If you just look at the map, you see there's mountains. You can actually see the depth and what trees and that kind of thing. But it's more actual nature than it is actual game or urban areas or whatever in which to play. And that is a downside.
Yo, cartel gunman. Over there, inside the cemetery.
So right now, what the smart thing to do is I'm going to have them hold position.
Roger that.
I'm going to scout up ahead.
Check your targets. We got civilians all over the place.
So if you actually want to mark a target, you're actually gonna have to get it into your scope. So right now the reticle sees pretty hard, but if you get it in the middle of the screen, it should be enough. So let's just have a look.
Baby makes 3.
Yeah, I doubt there's just 3 people here.
That's a kill.
Watch it. They're onto you.
There's probably someone still inside. But just in case, let's reload. and see what happens. So you can... Oh, yeah, they got me. Oh, okay. Well, this is a bad thing, because I did notice them before, and I figured they would be civilians. So that's my own fault. As you can see on the minimap, my friendlies are closing in on me to revive me. Takes it just a bit. Just like before. Here we go. Okay, so new strategy. Time for stealth is over. Let's go hit these guys.
Fuck, they're coming right at us.
So when you're playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, when you are still unobserved, they still don't know you're there. You can use your suppressor to actually be able to kill them and without giving your position away. Well, that is if you don't stand in the middle of the courtyard or whatever. But as soon as your fire has started and they've opened fire, you basically remove your suppressor. It will make sure that it actually creates light from you and it makes a lot of noise so they'll know where to find you, but it increases your damage. So right now this guy is kind of bothering me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw out a frag grenade.
Frag out.
There we go.
That's a kill.
Yeah, he's dead alright. So let's go.
That's it, we're clear.
So just in case, equipping my suppressor again. You never know. You can actually climb on top of buildings, by the way. If you're interested in that, you can actually use them to your advantage. Okay, this seems to be a closed door. So look, yeah. There seems to be some supplies inside, which I quite honestly expected to be. So here we go. Okay, well lucky us. It's Merry Motherfucking Christmas right now. Here we go. All kinds of markers that we can place right here. I really think they did an amazing job on this particular game. I actually expected it to be, you know, really bad, and maybe that is actually tempered. That has actually tempered my expectations, but maybe it was enough to actually be able to appreciate this game because I was actually kind of hyped about this before. And well, basically, I would recommend this. But I'm still hoping they would actually try and have the controls feel more agile. I mean, I can understand that when you've got a lot of gear on you and things like that, it feels rather sluggish. But you know what? Let's go and try see if we can do that right now. Controls, aiming sensitivity, driving look sensitivity. Here, look sensitivity, let's up that. And aiming sensitivity, just a tiny bit. Oh, this is better. You can actually change the look sensitivity and it feels a lot more agile. I mean, still the moving, you know, it's as soon as you hit stick to the right or to the left, actually you can feel like there's half a second before it actually processes it. But you can get used to that, and the look sensitivity increase actually helps a lot. This is great. So let's head back into this chopper.
Sure are a lot of lights and switches up here.
I'm in. Let's roll.
Oh, and this is a battle chopper. Haha, you can actually fire. Okay, so pretty much everything has a small tutorial, and tutorial, as far as I've seen them, come in 3 kind of, you know, cards that you can look at. So it's actually not bad. So, for example, when you first get to the chopper, it actually tells you how to make a quick turn. So basically, you hit and hold right trigger to give gas, and when you want to make a quick turn, you just release R2 and hit the left stick. Here we go. This is a pretty neat thing. I mean, I've played my fair share of different games and flown different kind of vehicles in all these games, and although this is definitely not the best, I'm actually hoping they will improve this, because it actually feels not too great, but I can imagine that they have done that on purpose to prevent you from just go berserking pretty much everything with a gun-mounted helicopter. So, you know, that's just another thing to keep in mind. So there's even a boat down there. As you can see, there's a dock. So let's have a look. Let's see what happens. Oh, not go down too fast, because we do not want to crash. Okay, I don't know how that just happened, but I was lucky there like hell. Let's see if it... well, let's just have a gamble here. Who cares? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, you can actually just turn cameras already. Oh. Oh. Okay, so that's outside the... oh yeah, I can see now. So I'm guessing this will unlock as you progress through the game. Oh yeah, I can see how this is overpowered. Definitely. So I've woken them up alright. So let's just get the hell out of here and see what happens. Well, you know, you see the orange dots on the mini-map. That's pretty much enemies that know that you're there right now. So I should get out of here before I launch a counter chopper or whatever. I do not want to fight a chopper in midair right now. Okay, so this was the closed beta for Ghost Recon Wildlands. There's a lot to see, and I definitely recommend you play it if you have not already, and try to get into any open beta should they follow, or other closed betas. This is a game that, although it feels sluggish at certain points, it has good gameplay in the sense of combat, but like I said, it also has a lot of open spaces. You can actually not do anything in it. I mean, there's a lot of different houses, yes, sure, but there's also, you know, the giant open space in which there's not actual gameplay going on. You know, not much in sense of collecting or crafting or stuff like that. Oh, oops. So that's the kind of thing that you would, I would actually expect with an open world. You know, maybe a bit of an RPG element, I guess, but right now it's just not. So I'm actually hoping they'll dense up the amount of buildings, people, events, caches, that kind of thing, because from what I've seen so far, and including the bit that I played before I started this video, I'm not too impressed with that yet. It kind of feels empty, and that's actually what it is. I mean, look at this. It's huge, yeah, sure, but there's a ton over there, and there's this huge field, and it's just empty. It's just sitting here. I mean, look at the mountainside. It's empty. So I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of caves. I don't know, but we'll have to see in the future. So right now, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm hoping that you found this to be a good first look at the Ghost Recon Wildlands video game. If you have any questions, please do post them below, and I will try to answer them as best I can. And for now, I want to thank you guys for watching and wish you all a good night. See you guys.